crazy. All right, when it comes to hip hop, man, who you listen to anybody current right now?
You know, I'm a hip hop head, man. I will always be a hip hop head. I don't care if it's worth listening to or not. I was raised up on it. I live for it.
Who your favorite rap? Or who in your top five?
My top 5 rappers, they have to be past or alive.
Man.
A whole lot of money because there's some old ones who beats, who still beat some ones that's rocking today.
Yeah, you right.
So
well, let you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's go different eras.
okay, what old school?
We'll go old school, and I'm talking about old school. We'll take it back to the 80s.
Oh, that's kind of easy. Top 5, and it can be group or just
Group,
single.
anybody.
Run DMC.
Yep.
KRS-One.
That's the teacher right there. Well,
Rock
shit, he the
Him.
professor now. Rakim. So Run DMC, KRS-One, Rakim. You got 2 more left.
NWA.
And yeah, they came through in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Heavy D.
Heavy D?
Heavy D, mad lyricist. And perform.
He was a big dude, but he can
Big
move.
dude, did big things.
All right. So now we taking it to the 90s.
90s, Ice Cube,
Okay.
Tupac,
Okay.
Scarface,
Okay. 2 more.
Nas,
Oh, Nas is a lyricist.
and DMX.
Yeah.
DMX.
I have Biggie in there, man. I did not have Biggie in there. No, God.
Only because he didn't have enough material. You know what I mean?
But the stuff he came out with was off the chain,
Still
though.
wasn't enough, though,
Yeah,
because
uh.
I mean, you take 2 guys, 2 hits to this guy's 4 hits. I'm
Right.
going with the guy 4 hits.
Well, to me, it's like you really can't compare Biggie and Tupac. You know, you can, but
everything is comparable. I mean,
they had 2 different styles. To me, Pac would talk more
I
about
was
that.
giving 100.
That
A lot of cats know
revolutionary
this from the
shit.
West Coast. When you first heard that Biggie Juicy track, we didn't know he was from the East Coast. See, when we first heard like Vanilla Ice, we didn't know he was white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we first heard that West Coast slam track, you know, it's juicy stuff, that's West Coast beat. You know what I mean? A whole lot of cats didn't even know where he was from until he started making, you know, and then, it was tight there. Yeah, it was great. And we all loved it, and we wish we could have had more from the late, great, you know, the B.I.G. You know what I mean?
What about like
But
Big Pun, all of them?
Pun didn't have enough.
Pun, he was sick. Oh,
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Ice
Public
Cube.
Enemy.
Okay, but Public Enemy only stayed on one topic. You know what I mean? You know, to me, as an artist, creativity. That's why I give Heavy D so much props, because he didn't stay in one lane. He
Okay.
created lanes from we got our own thing to he was on tracks with Fight the Power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
LL.
Track. LL was too soft. He ain't never.
come on.
Yeah, no, you
Listen,
can't do that.
Listen, only thing hard about LL when he do all kiss this when he does. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? Kumo D, I put Kumo D who smashed him in the,
right now,
you know what I mean? No, I understand people who was really relevant, you know what I'm saying, to what people were doing. I mean, L had I'm Jiggling Baby or Radio or Mama Said Knock You Out, I Need Love. That was cool. But
So he had more radio hits.
he had more radio. When you talk about, you know, like pop, that's what we doing, that's how we living. Nas, what we doing, how we living. Ice Cube, Scarface, they talk about what we doing, how we living, but then they also can go and kick, you know, keep your head up to,
Right.
you know, Thug Passion.
So basically, you related to them more.
well,
They was on
showed-
more relatable topics.
Well, me, from the school I come from a school called Spread Your Hustle. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have one thing, you don't have 2 things, but you go ahead and you venture out 4, 5 other things. You have some
Right.
variety. You know what I mean? I just don't eat pancakes, I eat waffles and French toast, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people have jelly sandwiches. I understand it's along the same lines, but We gonna
Some
figure it
people
out
don't know how to hustle like that though.
Well, God said we all gotta grow.
Yeah, but then they say, hey, if you good at one thing, hey, fucking stick with that shit.
And what you grow should sprout you out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 'Cause that's where courage comes from. You know, knowing I'm successful already, so whether I venture off or not, I'm successful in my venture alone. Because it's not about the end of the journey, it's just about the journey.
Right. I'm just surprised you didn't have Biggie in there, because I'm gonna tell you what most people would have said. Like, they would have said, now I didn't see Heavy D. I agree with you, Heavy D is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised I didn't hear Gang Starr.
I mean, well,
He used to kick some knowledge, and his shit was hot. His
but
shit
he
was
only
tight.
stayed on one topic.
He talked about some crazy shit.
I'm saying, but Gang Starr only stayed with that one. I mean, to me,
I didn't hear Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Oh!
Not even in my top 10. No disrespect to Jigga, but some people, timing is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Timing is a motherfucker. And I'm saying some people make the most of their opportunities.
I do agree with that about Jay-Z.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He took full advantage of that timing because at first, cats would. I love The Rock. You know what I mean? Since they put up The Rock and Memphis Bleak and was doing his thing with the bikes and everything, I was on the tip. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. You know what I mean? But as far as the whole, you know, it just didn't carry over to until just Pimpin' when they hooked up with them boys from down south with Bun B, you know what I mean? And Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? When they did that, you know what I mean? That to me was his taking over. And then after that, The Blueprint came later. And that's really his true classic in my eyes. Just The Blueprint.
Oh,
Anything
what about The
before
Time in
or
Life?
Reasonable doubt, you know, like that.
You ain't like Reasonable
come
Doubt?
on, man. The Blueprint was sick.
But
It's still.
he one of my tops though. I
Tell
agree with that.
the market value for The Blueprint is still just as high as when it first came out. Check that.
Because a lot of people say his older stuff is tight. Like right now, they can't
Oh,
relate.
man, he just-
They said they can't relate to him. He talking about Picassos and Bugattis and all
As
of
you
this.
get a little money and older, you branch out. He's great at what he do. He's better at what he does now than what he was. So just imagine a Pac or a Biggie who stayed longevity. Hell, they be talking about some Einstein, some you know, some
So
everybody else.
let me ask you this question: you think if Pac and Biggie were still alive today, we would still have some of these cats out right now? You think it still would be a Jay-Z? Think it still would be somebody? Because like you said, when they kind of went away, that's when them cats stepped up.
I mean,
Would you think the game would still be the same as it is talking about bullshit, or would it be like different?
well, I can't answer that because only God knows what.
I mean, but let's just, what do you
my-
think?
I mean,
What's in
I'm
your
saying-
personal opinion?
I mean, I don't know because Pac probably would have liked Lil Wayne. You know what I mean?
You think he would have liked Lil Wayne?
Yeah, I think he would like Lil Wayne. I think there would have been a standard still there. There's no standard now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think there would have been more of a conscious standard to what's being said if Tupac was still be around. You know, as he got older, he got more into his mentality.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not just his physicalness, but his overallness.
Yeah, I like Pac when he rapped more politically about.
I mean, and then you have to learn your dirty from the other side to see how appreciative you had it. You know what I mean? It was too bad he couldn't get back over. You know what I mean? To speak on both sides, really had that overall view of that thug life and that, you know.
Because I know during that time when that East Coast West Coast thing kicked off, it was some
I mean,
people
but you
that
know
got.
what though? It didn't really kick off. Like, I was in the joint, and there's cats from the East Coast. When we was riding against the white boys and Mexicans. I mean, wasn't nobody giving a damn about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just certain heads who was in media. You know what I mean? Okay, cats who didn't have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I would say the media charged that
You know
in
what I mean?
big time.
Yeah, I mean, look, Corrupt, you know, Dog Pound is from Philly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure didn't nobody run up on him asking him what's that East Coast shit like.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. It goes.
Yeah, he one of my favorite lyricists too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Corrupt
Yeah, you know
shit.
what I mean? I mean, this is too much.